It is the James Bond of super GTs. This is the Aston Martin DBS Superleggera. Superleggera standing for super light, which this car really isn't, unless you're comparing it with a mining truck. It's just under 2 tons, 1,800 and something kilograms. And they've won all of that weight by using a lot of carbon fiber. This bonnet over here, carbon fiber. The entire thing, the roof carbon fiber, the boot carbon fiber. There's a lot of carbon fiber on this car, suffice to say. What happens to the air is it hits the car, gets distributed to the back logically into, for example, this wheel arch and exits through these slits. Now, the air going over here gets split into 2 by the shape of this mirror arm. Then the top wave gets sent into this cavity over here, and that runs in a tunnel through the car and exits behind the fixed carbon fiber wing that you have on the boot lid. Very soon we're going to be filming a video where we actually take our cars into a wind tunnel and show you how we build the components and shape the parts that we add onto the cars. It's not just slapstick, that looks nice, let's just put that up with some sticky glue. No, it has a function and it needs to serve the overall driving experience of the car. Now, first impressions, this is a GT, a super GT car, so it's supposed to be comfortable and you can drive it for hours and hours without having to have your spine replaced. And so far it does feel comfortable. Invisible, but we'll be unmistakable.
They may be blind to me, just wait and see. Just wait and see. Just wait and see. To all the haters.
We're in GT mode now and the suspension is in the softest setting, but we're going to change that. Now here is the switch to go into Sport and Sport Plus mode. See that? Nothing happens. There we go. There's a sense of a delay when you press the button. That's slightly annoying. Now, as I said, there might be method behind the madness because this car's behavior definitely changes when you press that button. Now, I'm not going to change the suspension settings into the hardest mode. We'll go one more. There we go, sport mode. The exhaust has gone slightly louder. Oh, the sound on this DBS is so sweet. The pops and bangs. This car's been fitted with an 8-speed automatic gearbox. I thought in GT mode that it felt slightly sluggish, you know, changing sort of, oh, you know, I might just go the next gear. But when you're in sport mode or Sport Plus, yes, I have driven this car before, then it's point on. This car, we have to say, is fitted with a gem of a motor. A 5.2 litre twin turbo V12 engine. It kicks out a whopping 725 horsepower. Maximum torque 900. It's just ridiculous. That is so much power that they actually had to reinforce the gearbox. Otherwise it would just explode. However, in first and second gear, they still restrict you with the power and they won't give you the full 900 torques. Exactly for that reason. 0 to 100? What do you think? 3.4 seconds. Top speed 340. I mean, they were seriously making a proper GT supercar here. Apart from all the beautiful aero stuff that they've done to this car, they have also done a lot on the underpinnings. For example, you've got carbon ceramic brakes to help you take care of all that weight when you need to make it stop. So the car rides lower even than the DB11, and it's also wider. It's got wider tires at the back as well, and it has a limited slip differential, which means that you can have a lot of fun with this car. This car has got an upgraded hood, this carbon fiber hood that has lovely slants in there. It's just overall looks a little bit more aggressive. This front grille scares the heck out of you. A rear light that goes right across the entire car. Really sexy. Now, as we said, this huge carbon fiber diffuser, we've got this fixed carbon fiber rear wing. What I don't know is what happens when it rains and the wind blows this way. I have to say that I did just actually stare in here, and you can see that if water had to get into this cavity, there are little slits at the bottom where it can drain out. Over here, you got little holes as well. I think that's where the water's then going to exit. You got a boot, obviously, duh, but I haven't quite seemed to figure out where the button is for that. There we go. It's quite hidden, and you can open it via the remote. Boot space isn't really large, but who the heck cares? You also have 2 seats at the back, and you are allowed to officially have legs when you want to sit there. You just shouldn't be tall at all. Aston Martin handles, press here and pull, and so they open. How to open an Aston Martin door. But the cool thing is that the doors, similar to the AMR video that we make, they open in an upward fashion. And contra to the law of physics, which tells you you really need to now pull, you don't really have to pull. It actually opens up easier than it closes. It's fascinating. How cool is that? Soft close on your hood. Oh yeah, and before I forget, let me show you the key on this car, because it seems to be a bit of a thing on the channel from now on. What do you think about the key? Let me know in the comments if you like it. Aston Martin has always managed to make the exhaust sound so superbly good. And it's no different in this DBS Superleggera. So let's measure how loud it is. The pops and bangs in this car are ridiculous, and it's actually not that quiet. 110.3, not bad, not bad. There's this vent, indentation something, what are the other. I was like, oh, that's so cool to put your key in there. Doesn't fit. There is this center console that is operated electrically. It's a nice touch. Totally unnecessary, but still nice. Okay.
To all the doubters, doubters, to those who don't believe, this is the hour, hour. You'll see that we'll make ladders out of obstacles and stepping stones from roadblocks. Leap over the lines to say we won't cross. We'll shake hands like they're nothing. They won't see us coming. Scale all of the walls they built to hold us.
I think the interior is superb. I'm not too much of a fan of this squarish steering wheel. You get used to it, but the optics just, it bothers me ever so slightly. But what is wonderful is the detail of how Aston Martin has applied that leather in this car and all the other bits and pieces. It is, what you would say in Germany, stimmungsvoll. The way that things have been stitched together, it feels like a very, very solid car. It feels like this interior is going to last forever. There is, of course, a Sport Plus, which we will have to just have a look at as well. Now it becomes a whole different ball game. Just keeping the gears up there at 4,000 RPMs, and the car does not want to change up. It's ready and in attack mode, but because we're not on a racetrack, guys, I'm gonna just stick it back into sport mode. You can now feel the stiff suspension really, it's hard. In the rev range, there's a whole different world up there in the rev range. Oh my word. Okay, well guys, thank you so much for joining us in this video. If you haven't yet, then feel free to subscribe to our channel. You can just hit that little reminder bell as well, and that way you're going to be reminded every time we upload a new video. You can also follow us on Instagram at Novitec Group, or you can follow me personally at Beyond the Cop. Also, if you guys want to see the POV film of this car, I'm going to go out and film that right now. So keep your eyes out on the channel for that. I'll see you guys in the next film. Until then, stay safe and take care.